I never ever would have imagined or chosen telling people that you shouldn't eat certain foods because they're toxic. I mean, that is so not me. So
That healthy grocery cart might be hiding dangers.
Most people don't realize this. One wrong food in your pantry could poison your family during a crisis. And it's probably sitting on your shelf right now. When disaster strikes, spoiled food isn't just waste. It's lost calories, lost money, and a real threat to your health when you can't get medical care. Stick with me as we uncover 7 foods you should never stockpile and 2 survival staples that can literally outlast you. Let's kick it off with the grain most people think lasts forever, but it actually turns toxic in less than a year. Number 7. Brown rice. Many people assume whole grains keep indefinitely, but that's a dangerous misconception. The oils in the bran layer spoil quickly, faster in fact, than milk left in the summer sun. After just 6 months, the clock is ticking. By the 12-month mark, what began as a nutrient-rich food can break down into rancid compounds that stress your digestion and harm your health. Here's what happens inside brown rice over time. The bran oils oxidize and create compounds that stress your liver and digestive system. During a crisis when medical care is limited, the last thing you need is food poisoning from your own stockpile. These oxidized oils trigger inflammation that weakens your immune system exactly when you need it strongest. The very nutrients that make brown rice healthy become toxic weapons against your body's defenses. If you open brown rice and smell anything nutty or bitter, it's already compromised and dangerous. Even stored in airtight containers with oxygen absorbers, the internal oils continue breaking down. No amount of perfect storage stops this chemical countdown. Temperature fluctuations accelerate the process, turning your healthy rice into a toxic liability that mocks your preparation efforts. The rancidity process creates free radicals that damage cellular structure throughout your body. During stress situations when your immune system is already compromised, consuming rancid oils forces your body to fight internal toxins instead of external threats. Your survival depends on foods that strengthen you, not weaken you from within while you're fighting for your life. The storage hack that works? Choose white rice instead. Strip away the bran, and rice becomes virtually immortal in proper storage. White rice stored with oxygen absorbers in mylar bags inside buckets can feed your family for 30 years. The difference in shelf life is measured in decades, not months. That 6-month brown rice costs the same as 3-decade white rice. The math is simple. Brown rice is a luxury you can't afford during survival situations. Every pound of spoiled brown rice represents wasted money and storage space that could have gone to reliable calories. Number 6. Whole wheat flour. Stockpiling massive bags of flour might feel like smart preparation, but the reality is harsher. Within just 3 months, the oils in the wheat germ begin to spoil, faster even than fresh fish baking on a hot dog. Once rancidity sets in, that carefully stored staple isn't food at all, but wasted supplies that undermine your planning and eat away at your budget. The science behind wheat deterioration is brutal and unstoppable. Wheat germ oils oxidize when exposed to air, heat, or light. Even in sealed containers with nitrogen flushing, the process continues relentlessly. Those healthy nutrients everyone talks about become toxic compounds that can trigger severe digestive distress. The very vitamins that make whole wheat appealing become poison over time, creating internal inflammation that weakens your survival capabilities. If your flour smells musty, oily, or off in any way, it's already spoiled and dangerous. Rancid flour can cause nausea, cramping, and diarrhea, conditions that could be life-threatening during a disaster when you're already under stress. Your body needs reliable fuel, not questionable calories that drain your energy reserves and compromise your immune response when strength matters most. The wheat germ breakdown creates aldehydes and ketones that your liver struggles to process. During crisis situations when your body faces multiple stressors, forcing your organs to detoxify rancid flour compounds diverts precious resources from keeping you healthy and strong. Every bite of spoiled flour becomes an internal attack on your survival capabilities and family's well-being. Your storage solution? White flour lasts 2 years properly stored. All-purpose flour with the germ removed stays stable far longer than whole wheat. Add oxygen absorbers and mylar bags, and white flour becomes a reliable long-term staple that actually delivers on its storage promises without betraying your trust or investment. For every pound of whole wheat flour that spoils, you've wasted money and storage space that could have been used for reliable alternatives. In survival situations, reliable calories beat nutritional perfection every time. Dead nutrients from spoiled flour provide zero value when your family needs sustenance most desperately. Number 5. Nuts and seeds. Packed with healthy fats, these popular snacks seem like a smart addition to long-term supplies, but their shelf life is shockingly short. Within 6 months, oxidation sets in, transforming beneficial oils into bitter-tasting toxins. What was once a nutrient-dense food quickly becomes a liability, capable of triggering digestive distress right when your energy and resilience are most critical. The fat content that makes nuts nutritious also makes them unstable time bombs. Almonds, walnuts, sunflower seeds, and peanuts all contain oils that break down rapidly. Even vacuum-sealed packages can't stop the internal chemical breakdown that starts the moment they're processed. The polyunsaturated fats that health experts recommend become inflammatory toxins over time, creating free radicals that attack your cellular structure throughout your entire body. If you bite into a nut and taste anything bitter, sour, or paint-like, spit it out immediately. Consuming rancid fats during a crisis when your body is already stressed can trigger inflammation and digestive chaos you can't afford. Your immune system diverts precious resources to fight the toxic oils instead of keeping you healthy and focused on survival tasks that could save your life. The oxidation process accelerates exponentially in warm storage areas. Heat, light, and oxygen work together to break down nut oils faster than most preppers realize. Even properly stored nuts in cool, dark locations still deteriorate within months. The expensive protein you thought would sustain you becomes worthless calories that could make you sick when you need strength most. The freeze test reveals the truth. Nuts stored at room temperature go bad 4 times faster than frozen ones. If you can't keep them frozen consistently, don't stockpile them. Your emergency food budget is too valuable to waste on items with built-in expiration dates that count down regardless of storage conditions or your best intentions. That $20 bag of almonds becomes worthless in 6 months. The same money spent on stable proteins like canned meat or dried beans feeds your family for years, not months. Choose foods that honor your investment instead of mocking it with inevitable spoilage that betrays your preparation effort. If you're into prepping smarter and stretching your stockpile further, make sure to subscribe. Join a community of people who refuse to be caught unprepared. Number 4. Granola and energy bars. Granola bars expire faster than fresh fruit, usually within 6 months, but their packaging lies about shelf life. The nuts, seeds, and oils packed inside turn rancid, while the wrapper still looks perfect. These convenient survival snacks become survival sabotage wrapped in deceptive marketing promises that prey on unprepared families who trust manufacturer claims over chemical reality. Commercial energy bars combine the worst storage enemies: nuts, seeds, dried fruits, and binding oils. It's like storing a time bomb in your pantry that countdown to failure. The moment any ingredient starts breaking down, the entire bar becomes compromised. The manufacturers know this, but print optimistic dates anyway, hoping you'll discover the truth after purchase when it's too late to return them or protect your family. If your granola bar tastes stale, oily, or has any off flavor, throw it away immediately. During emergencies, your body needs reliable fuel, not questionable calories that could make you sick. One bad bar can trigger digestive problems that last for days, weakening you when strength matters most and medical help might be unavailable for extended periods. The binding agents used in energy bars create moisture pockets that accelerate spoilage throughout the entire product. Honey, corn syrup, and other sweeteners interact with nuts and seeds to speed up rancidity. The very ingredients that hold these bars together become catalysts for chemical breakdown that destroys nutritional value and creates toxic compounds your body can't process safely. The marketing trap catches everyone with false promises and deceptive labeling. Those 2-year shelf life claims assume perfect storage conditions that don't exist in real homes. Temperature fluctuations, humidity, and time work against every ingredient in these processed bars. Your garage, basement, or pantry experiences temperature swings that accelerate spoilage dramatically beyond manufacturer expectations. Your survival budget spent on granola bars could buy months of rice and beans instead. Choose boring foods that actually work over convenient foods that fail when you need them most. Convenience foods are convenient for manufacturers, not survivors who need reliable nutrition during crisis situations. Number 3. Dried fruits without preservatives. Unsweetened dried fruits mold within months of storage, turning your healthy snacks into fuzzy health hazards. The natural sugars and remaining moisture create perfect breeding grounds for bacteria and fungi. What looks like natural survival food becomes a biological weapon that attacks your respiratory system and compromises your immune defenses when you need them functioning perfectly. Here's the moisture problem that kills dried fruit stockpiles faster than most preppers realize. Even dried fruits retain 10 to 15% water content. In storage containers, that moisture migrates and creates pockets where mold thrives. Temperature changes make the problem worse by causing condensation cycles that feed fungal growth throughout your entire storage container, contaminating everything inside and destroying your entire investment. If you see any white, green, or black spots on dried fruit, the entire batch is contaminated and dangerous. Mold spreads invisibly through dried foods before you can see it on the surface. Eating moldy fruit during a crisis could trigger severe allergic reactions or respiratory problems. The spores can cause breathing difficulties that become life-threatening without medical intervention or proper medication that might be unavailable during disasters. The invisible mold problem extends beyond what you can see with naked eyes. Mycotoxins produced by mold growth penetrate throughout dried fruits, creating toxic compounds that stress your liver and kidneys. During survival situations when your organs are already working overtime to handle stress, forcing them to process fungal toxins can cause dangerous complications that disable your survival efforts completely. The sulfur dioxide truth reveals another problem. Commercially dried fruits with preservatives last longer, but the chemicals that prevent spoilage can cause reactions in sensitive people. You're choosing between food that spoils quickly or food that might make you sick immediately. Your dried fruit money invested in canned fruits instead gives you 5-year shelf life with zero mold risk. Canned peaches in their own juice provide the same vitamins with none of the storage headaches that plague dried alternatives or the constant worry about contamination. Number 2. Protein powder. Many fitness enthusiasts assume their supplement tubs will last indefinitely, but the reality is far different. After about 12 months, the amino acids begin to degrade, producing harmful byproducts that strain the kidneys and liver. What was marketed as a muscle-building essential can quickly flip into a health hazard, undermining both your strength and your long-term preparation plans. The protein degradation process is invisible but deadly to your organ systems. As amino acid chains break apart, they form new chemical compounds your body can't process safely. These breakdown products stress your organs exactly when you need them functioning perfectly during a crisis. The very proteins meant to build muscle become toxins that tear down your health from within while you're fighting for survival. If your protein powder clumps, changes color, or develops any unusual smell, it's already decomposing and dangerous. Some degraded proteins can trigger severe allergic reactions, kidney stress, or liver problems. During disasters when medical help isn't available, these risks become life-threatening gambles with your family's health that no survival plan should include or depend upon for nutrition. The moisture absorption problem destroys protein powder faster than advertised expiration dates suggest. Even sealed containers allow humidity to penetrate over time. Once moisture reaches the powder, bacterial growth begins immediately. The protein becomes a breeding ground for harmful microorganisms that multiply rapidly in the nutrient-rich environment, creating a toxic soup instead of muscle-building nutrition. The expiration date deception fools everyone with false security and misleading information. Those 2-year best buy dates assume unopened containers in climate-controlled warehouses. Once you break the seal and expose the powder to air and humidity, the countdown accelerates dramatically. Moisture and oxygen become enemies that destroy protein integrity within months, not years as advertised by manufacturers. That $50 protein container could buy 100 cans of beans instead. Real food proteins from canned meats, legumes, and fish provide complete nutrition for years, without the chemical breakdown risks. Natural proteins stay stable, while processed powders become poison that threatens your survival instead of supporting it. Number 1. Cooking oils. That bottle of liquid fat in your pantry may not be the safeguard you think it is. Once opened, oils begin oxidizing rapidly, and within 6 months, they can transform into rancid toxins. These spoiled fats don't just ruin flavor. They generate free radicals that attack your cells and trigger inflammation, putting your body at risk exactly when resilience and strength matter most. The oxidation process that destroys cooking oils happens faster than most people realize or manufacturers admit. Vegetable oils, olive oil, and coconut oil all break down when exposed to air, light, and temperature changes. Even unopened bottles deteriorate over time, and once opened, the countdown becomes a race against chemistry that you always lose without proper knowledge and perfect storage conditions. If your oil smells fishy, paint-like, or just off, it's already rancid and dangerous to consume. Cooking with rancid oil doesn't make it safe. Heat actually makes the toxic compounds worse and more concentrated. During emergencies when your immune system is compromised, rancid oils can trigger serious health problems that disable your survival efforts when you need strength most. The free radical damage from rancid oils attacks your cellular structure at the molecular level. These unstable molecules steal electrons from healthy cells, creating chain reactions of damage throughout your body. During crisis situations when your body needs every advantage to handle stress, consuming rancid oils forces your system to fight internal damage instead of external threats that could kill you. The storage reality hits every prepper eventually with disappointing and expensive results. Oils need cool, dark, stable temperatures to last even their labeled shelf life. Your basement or garage storage isn't doing your oils any favors. It's actively destroying them faster than room temperature storage would. Every dollar spent on cooking oil that goes rancid is wasted money that could have bought reliable calories. That same budget invested in stable cooking fats or learning to cook without added oils protects both your health and your survival plan from inevitable disappointment and potential poisoning. Everything up to this point has been about what fails. These next two foods are the rare exceptions that will never let you down. Survival food number 2, canned meat. When it comes to reliable protein in a crisis, nothing outperforms meat preserved in cans. While fresh cuts spoil in days and freezers fail the moment power goes out, this shelf-stable option delivers steady nutrition for 5 to 10 years. Stored correctly, it becomes a true insurance policy. Dependable fuel for your family when every other system breaks down. The preservation science behind commercial canning is bulletproof and time-tested by decades of use. High-temperature sterilization kills all bacteria and seals out contamination permanently. The metal can protects contents from light, air, and temperature fluctuations that destroy other foods. If your canned meat shows any rust, dents, or swelling, discard it immediately. These signs indicate seal failure or bacterial contamination that could be deadly. However, undamaged cans often remain safe and nutritious years beyond their printed dates. The expiration dates represent peak quality, not safety limits, so don't panic about slightly expired dates on perfect cans. The storage hack that maximizes shelf life: keep canned goods in cool, dry locations away from temperature extremes. Rotate stock using oldest cans first, but don't panic about slightly expired dates on undamaged cans. Many canned meats remain perfectly safe 5 years past their printed expiration when stored properly in stable environments. 1 can of meat provides 25 grams of complete protein plus essential amino acids your body needs during stress. During extended emergencies when hunting or fresh meat becomes impossible, canned meat keeps your family strong and healthy. It's shelf-stable protein that doesn't require fuel, water, or cooking skills to provide life-sustaining nutrition. The convenience factor becomes critical when you're dealing with crisis situations that drain your energy and resources. Canned meat gives you ready-to-eat protein that supports muscle maintenance and immune function when your body faces maximum stress from survival situations that test every aspect of your preparation efforts. Survival food number 1, white rice. Among long-term staples, few foods can compete with the reliability of properly stored grains. With oxygen absorbers sealed in mylar and protected inside food-grade buckets, this humble carbohydrate remains edible for up to 30 years. Calorie for calorie, dollar for dollar, it's the most dependable fuel you can store, forming the backbone of any serious survival stockpile. The preservation science is simple but powerful and time-tested. Removing the bran and germ eliminates the oils that cause spoilage in brown rice. What remains is pure starch and protein that bacteria can't break down without moisture and oxygen. Proper storage removes both, creating a food time capsule that outlasts most other survival investments while providing consistent nutrition. If you see insects, moisture, or any off odors in stored rice, check your storage containers for leaks. Properly stored white rice should look, smell, and taste exactly the same after decades as the day you sealed it. Any changes indicate storage failure, not rice failure. The rice itself remains chemically stable indefinitely when protected from the elements. The storage method that guarantees 3 decades. Use mylar bags with oxygen absorbers inside food-grade buckets with gamma seal lids. This triple protection blocks air, moisture, light, and pests completely. 1 bucket holds 25 pounds of rice, enough for 1 person for over a month of basic survival nutrition when everything else fails. At 6 cents per serving, white rice provides the cheapest survival calories on Earth. 50 pounds of properly stored rice costs less than 1 week of restaurant meals, but can sustain a person for 3 months. When combined with basic seasonings and occasional protein, rice becomes a complete survival diet that never disappoints or betrays your investment. The versatility factor makes white rice irreplaceable in survival situations across all climates and conditions. It cooks quickly with minimal fuel, absorbs flavors from whatever you add, and provides filling carbohydrates that sustain energy levels during physical stress. Rice works in every climate and cooking situation, from campfires to portable stoves to solar cookers. When your survival depends on reliable calories that actually work, white rice delivers every single time without exception. Today we broke down the 7 foods that can ruin your stockpile, and the 2 that can actually keep you alive for decades. With that knowledge, you're already steps ahead of most people. You're not just stockpiling, you're preparing smarter and protecting your future. And next time, we're going beyond food. I'll reveal the 7 prepping items you should never waste money on, and the 2 game changers that could mean survival when disaster hits. So hit like, drop a comment, and subscribe. Your support helps us uncover the next survival secrets and keeps you ready for whatever comes next.